So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to solve simultaneous equation involving two unknown variables, say x and y. So you should be able to solve a given simultaneous equation involving two unknown variables, say x and y. So now we have 2x plus y equal to 1 and x minus 2y equal to negative 2. So we are to solve these two equations simultaneously. When I say simultaneously, you see in our daily life activities, we do two or more things at the same time. So when we are doing two or more things at the same time, we say that you are doing the things or you are performing the tasks simultaneously. So on this note, we are going to solve these two equations at the same time. So since we are going to solve these two equations at the same time, we call it simultaneous equation. So we are going to do it at the same time. So now we have different ways, different methods of solving simultaneous equation. We have method of substitution, we have elimination method, we have matrix approach, graphical method, and we have by comparison. So in this lesson, we're going to use substitution method to solve these problems. So now we have 2x plus y equal to 1 and x minus 2y equal to negative 2. So now let's take our time and use the substitution method to solve this problem. So now we have 2x plus y equal to 1. Let's name this equation as equation 1. And we have x minus 2y equal to negative 2. Let's name this as equation 2. So since we are using substitution method to solve this problem, for substitution, we have to make one of these variables the subject from any equation you prefer. So on this note, let's make y the subject from equation 1. So from equation 1, we are making y the subject. So when we make y the subject, we get y is equal to 1 minus 2x. So now, you see that we are getting a new equation from equation 1. So since we get this new equation from equation 1, we have to substitute this into the equation 2. So now, let's put y is equal to 1 minus 2x into the equation 2. So meaning, where you see y in equation 2, we have to put there 1 minus 2x. So on this root, the equation 2 is x minus 2y. And y is equal to this as 1 minus 2x, which is equal to negative 2. We have x, negative 2 times 1 is minus 2. Negative by negative is positive. 2 to 4, have 4x, which is equal to negative 2. So now, the equation is in terms of one variable, which is x. Let's take our time and solve for x. So now let's do like this. We have x plus 4x is equal to minus 2 plus 2. Meaning x plus 4x is 5x, which goes minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So here by 5, here by 5. On this note, the value for x is what? 0. So now we know the value of x, which is 0. So once we have get one of the variable to be 0, Then we can come and put the x into any of this equation, including this one. So now, let's take the new equation. That's y is equal to 1 minus 2x. So now y is equal to but x is equal to what? 0. Meaning when you see x in this equation, we have to put there 0. So y is equal to 1 minus 2 bracket of 0. And the 0 is replacing the x. We have y is equal to 1 minus 2 times 0 is 0. So meaning y is equal to 1. So on this note, the value for x and y is equal to 0 and 1. So now this is how to solve this problem. Now let's look at the second problem. The second problem, which we have m plus 2n equal to 11 as equation 1, and we have 3m minus 4n is equal to 13 as equation 2, and we have to solve these two equations simultaneously. So we have to take our time and make one of these variables the subject from any of the equations. So now let's take the equation 1 and make m the subject. So when from the equation 1, when we make m the subject, you get m is equal to 11 minus 2n. Now don't forget that this new equation, we get it from the equation 1. So let's put the results into the equation 2. So the equation 2 is 3m, and the m is 11 minus 2n minus of 4n, which is equal to 13. So 3 by 11 is 3 minus of 6n minus 4n equal to 13. So on this root, let's do like this. We have 33 minus of 13 is equal to 6n plus 4n. So now 33 minus 13 is 20, which is equal to 6n plus 4n is 10n. Now we are looking for n, or we are solving for n. So let's divide through by coefficient of n. So the 10 goes to 20 2 times. So therefore n is equal to 2. Now I left the m. So don't forget that we have our new equation. M is equal to 11 minus 2n, but our n is equal to 2. So on this note, m is equal to 11 minus 2 times 2. So m is equal to 11 minus 4, that's 2 times 2. So now, therefore, m is equal to 7. So on this note, m, the value of m and n is equal to 7 and 2. Now this is how to go by the second problem. So now, let's look at the third problem. So in the third problem, we have to solve for x and y. So now, let's solve for the x and the y. So, suppose we have to solve 2 bracket x minus 1 minus 3 bracket y plus 2 equal to 6 and 1 minus x minus 3 bracket y minus 4 equal to 3 simultaneously. So we have to solve these two equations simultaneously. So now you see that this equation involves brackets. So before we can move on to solve for our x and y values, we have to take our time and expand and simplify these two equations. So now let's expand and simplify this side of the equation. So 2 by x, we have 2x, 2 by negative 2, 2 by negative 1 is negative 2, minus 3 times y, minus 3y Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6, which go to positive 6. And this side, we have our 1 minus x minus 3y. Negative by negative is positive. 3 for 12, which is equal to 3. So on this note, let's simplify the text. We have 2x minus 3y equal to 6 plus 6 plus 2. And we have minus x minus 3y is equal to 3 minus 1 minus 12. So on this note, we have 2x minus 3y is equal to 14. So let's name this one as equation 1. And we have minus s minus 3y is equal to negative 10. So on this note, let's name this one as equation number 2. So now let's move on. We have 2s minus 3y is equal to 14 as equation 1. And so I'm sending these two terms to this side. We have x plus 3y. Send the 10 to the other side, positive 10 as equation 2. Now on this note, let's from the equation 2, we have x is equal to 10 minus 3y. So now let's put this new equation into the equation 1. Where is the x? That's right there, 10 minus 3y. We have 2x, that's 10 minus 3y equal to 14. We have 2 by 10, 20 minus 6y minus 3y equal to 14. So on this note, we have 20 minus 14 is equal to 6y plus 3y. So on this note, so 20 minus 14 is 6, which go to 9y. So here by 9, here by 9. Therefore, y is equal to 3 here, 2, 3 here, 3. Y is equal to 2 over 3. Now let's solve for s. We know that s is equal to 10 minus 3y. So meaning but s is, sorry, y is equal to 2 over 3. On this note, s is equal to 10 minus 3y, that is 2 over 3. We have s is equal to 10 minus the 3. Take off the 3, we have minus of 2, which is equal to 8. So on this note, the values of x and y is equal to 8 and 2 over 3. 8 and 2 over 3. So now, this is how to solve such problems. So anytime you get two unknown variable, two unknown simultaneous equation that involves brackets of action, take your time to expand the brackets, make one of the variable the subjects, substitute your results into the other equation, and get your values for x and y. Thank you very much for watching.